and did things a little bit more effectively because I'll be in better positions. But I also, like, this is why I said my name is Long Journey, because there were other lessons to be learned
Yeah.
besides the music and that that part of my life, that aspect of my life. That part was always going to be here. It's always going to be easy to jump back into and stay connected to. But these other aspects were like, this is what's going to make you a better person. This is what's going to make you a responsible human being.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
this is going to build,
becoming an adult and
right,
shit.
build character within you and become an adult.
Yeah.
So I think that's also like a part of that, and that's what you hear in Wolf too. You know, like the second song when I'm talking about running, it was like Wolf. It was been a minute since I had dropped the project, so that's why I love Michael Franks being the intro too, because it's like nobody really heard from me, nobody was checking from me, but it's like as soon as you hear it, it's like, and the nigga still at it, rolling down Clark Ave, bumping Illmatic. It's just like, you know, it's like,
yeah.
In case y'all forgot, like, I really do this, and it's not hard for me, like, you know. And then I explained through that project, it's just like I'm going through shit, you know, but I'm dealing with it, I'm handling it the best I can, and I think that's what happened with Wolf. It's just like a concept. It was like you were listening to like a radio show of them playing like a new album for somebody that you just like heard that you never heard of before. That you're just like, who is this guy? And then it's just like, boom, you know, you got the Michael's Phone, you got the Running joint with Flot, you got Black Samurai, you got Pedro. Pedro is a song that we did in San Pedro with the homies just one night. It was a Pedro sesh. That's why I called it Pedro sesh, because it was in San Pedro, just vibing for a night, you know. Man, Preference. A lot of people love Preference. That's a lot of people's favorite song on there. And
how was that one made?
My boy, shout out my boy. Damn, why am I forgetting his name right now? Don't worry about it.
It'll come to you.
It's my Indian guy, but pretty much. Oh, Vineet. There we go.
There you go.
Goddamn. My boy Vineet, he's in India. He's like a producer. He just found my music. He fuck with me. So he would send me shit. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
That's tight.
And he'd send me a bunch of dope shit. And that's how that came about.
That's tight.
And that's how we did Preference. And he really liked it, you know. And I gave him his royalties and all that shit on there too, because, you know, he's in India, like he could use it, you feel me? $50 takes, it's a lot out there for them, like, you know, so I do whatever I can to help him too when I can, like, yeah, I know he's trying to sell beats and shit, so I'll buy some beats too, and put them out and still give him credit for it, because that's just what it needs to be, like. I feel like as artists, you gotta really support the people that support you and look out for you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, especially when you talk about like producers, because producers make a lot of the rappers who they are.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
for sure.
You know, we don't have Gangstar without Primo, like. You know.
Yeah, for sure, dog. Yeah.
You don't have Slumville without Dilla.
Yeah.
Like, let's come on, man. Like, yeah, Slumville, but come on, Slum Village. Bruh. Dilla.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. It's the backbone.
It's the backbone. So it's just like Wu-Tang. Like, they had the RZA. You feel me?
And
he did all their fucking albums individually, sounding unique to every artist. Like, those are just things, they kind of priceless, man. You can't even put a price on that kind of creativity. That kind of, like, intention.
And it's timeless too, bro.
Right.
Music is time, like that type of music will last forever. Off top.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about like a dream collab that you want to make happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a dream. Like, yeah, I don't even know this fool, but I'm trying to work with him.
A dream collab that it gotta be far-fetched. Now that you're saying shit like that.
Far-fetched.
Like super far-fetched. Like, because if I say Currency, anything like that could be a high possibility in so many ways. But I would say I would want to do a song with a dream collab, bruh. Far-fetched.
I mean, it could be
It'll be
someone
Mary
that's...
J. Blige.
Ooh, I like that.
It'll be Mary J. Blige. I like her a lot. That's one of my favorite artists.
Classic.
Yeah, her or like a Mariah Carey doing a hook. That would be so fire.
That would be tight. That would be tight. I like that. I like that answer.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You can make that happen.
Yeah, man, boy. I don't
Hey,
know. Not right now.
It's a long journey.
Exactly.
Come on, you never
It's
know
a
what
long
happens.
journey. So I'm not gonna say we could never get there, but
You know what
right
I'm saying?
now, you know, we climbing. We improving. We're progressing, and we're just at this point in life where we're breaking things down so we can break through that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. That's where I'm at in my life. If people want to know where I'm at a part of like where life was trying to break me down, but it was breaking me down to help me break through the bullshit. It's like trying to break me down and show me everything around me that I don't need anymore, so I can make room for what is to come.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I've been learning, especially these past few weeks. It's like there's always better to come. There's always something that you may not even expect to happen to you, and I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, yeah,
it's true. It's true, cause dog, anytime like I have something good going, best believe it. A couple of days later, just something I can, that I'm like, God damn it! Like, why did this happen? You feel me? Like, it's literally like the yin and yang of our life.
absolutely.
Like, there ain't no good unless there's a little bad attached to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
a fact.
And it's the more you could just be like, all right, it is what it is, and just let it be. I feel like the better you'll be off. You know what I'm saying? Because like what we were talking about earlier, attaching to bullshit and detaching to bullshit. You know, you gotta find that happy medium and shit. But man, any new music and shit that you want to talk about that you're gonna be dropping soon? Any stuff you've been working on?
I'm working on a couple projects. I got some singles already. I gotta just get some cover art ready. Cause I was thinking about doing it as one single, but now I'm thinking about doing two, like another double little scenario. And I think I might do that for the summer. Just drop 2 singles a month and hopefully some visuals too.
That's right.
Get them done. And kind of just go from there and work on these other projects that I have.
That's right.
Because I have a bunch of music, so I can put out music. But I want it to make sense too. So it's like I have songs that are like summer vibes and shit that I can do and I can put out.
Yeah, for the summer.
And
place them in the right spot.
Yeah, and I think that'll be cool. That'll be a good little run. And to do visuals and to like do some shows and shit. I'm gonna be like looking into all that shit soon. So
yeah,
that's something to be looking out for.
Yeah,
So that Long Journey drops, especially in June. We dropping in June for sure. Don't know what day yet, but we're gonna figure that out this month. And we're gonna just keep going from there, just keep creating. And shout out to my man Duran. Me and him got a project like mixtape that we just about to drop, and then we're gonna do like an actual project album, and that's gonna be dope. And then me and my boy T-Mine, we've been working on an album for a minute. We're gonna probably finish that one up by summer. It'll be done. I think we're gonna add in a couple more songs that I think will make the album stronger. And whenever we find which songs that is when I'll know that it's ready to be shipped. Yeah.
I like that, bro, that you take your time and that you're not just like, let me put out a song right now, bam, 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 because like then you have meaning in what you're creating, and
exactly
that's how art should be, right?
Absolutely.
Like we're gonna be gone one day, and like our family will be able to look back on what we've created, and that's pretty much it, right?
That.
Like in pictures, but like
immortalized though, like you said, through music. And I think that's important. Like when you're mentioning earlier about like the verbal, that is a good verbal communication and like a piece of history
context,
thing to have.
For sure.
And I feel like that's why life is so precious with building connections with people. And it's like music. We're talking about music right now, and we're talking about family. And it's like, yeah, pictures, like stories from parents and all that. All those things get disconnected, you know, when you allow space for, you know, new ideas that are not lined up with, you know, your core values to enter your mind and to make you think different, you know, because we spend a lot of time talking about history today, and I feel like that's the part. Like, I go talk to my family members, I go ask them about their childhood.
Yeah.
I should start recording them, you know, like it should be like that. It should be documented, because I want to pass these things down to my kids. Like, I buy comic books and records and all these things like that because I want them to be able to have a piece of history. And it's just like, when you go play that vinyl 50 years from now, you're like, wow, my dad used to really love this. He used to put this on when I was, you know, sleeping and all this and that. Like, yeah, that's like the sentiment. Like, those kind of things mean something, you know. And that doesn't have to come with like a sentimental value, like the way people, like I was speaking of earlier. It's a different kind. It's more of a family togetherness kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like
music can just bring you back to a memory, like
absolutely.
In a time in your life, instantly when you play a song.
A picture, a picture, something like that.
Our art and things that we create.
That's why I mentioned comic books, because it's like, of course, if it's destroyed, get rid of it. Like I said, detachment. But it's like, if you take good care of them, which I have, my kids will be able to read this shit and be like, damn, like looking through ads and stuff. Like, I have ads from 80s comic books that I go and show my parents and my dad, and he's just like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, I remember this. He's like, wow, this is really from the 80s, huh? I'm like, yeah, you see that you can write a postcard to these people to subscribe to this. You remember that?
Crazy.
Like, that's how old this thing is. You can still write a postcard out to them so they can subscribe you to the comic. Like, that's an era, you know, like that's something that like our kids will not probably ever experience. Like, what is, you mailed something in a postcard? What is that?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
No, like that is something that you just do when you're trying to, when you're a kid trying to like buy something that you really think is cool. Like, I used to buy the Slam Up magazines, and you had to subscribe to those every fucking year. Yeah. And it was like they would just be sent to your house, and when you get that new Slam Up, that was dope. You know, I love that. I was a basketball player. I'm like, hell yeah, I got a new Slam Up. But
this is history.
It's just history. And I like, when you talk about family, like building family picture collages is good. You know, having vinyls and stuff like connected to that. You know, having ceremonies on people's birthdays, making their favorite meals. Like, that's something that should be done, you know, to honor legacies and to honor the past, like those who have passed us and became our ancestors. For sure. I feel like that is something that a lot of people don't do in their families, honor their ancestors and those who have passed. Yeah. I feel like we go to the funeral, and after the funeral we fall the fuck off, you know? Yeah. And I hate that, because death should bring you closer together, because it should show you how precious time is. No, a lot of the time people don't understand that. It's like,
for sure,
a lot of the time people that pass away, there's somebody there that's like, I just was talking to him. I just was talking to them. Yeah. Like, we were just laughing and giggling, and
it's crazy, yeah.
Next day shit is fucked up. So I feel like that's why people need to also be intentional about connection and like wanting to know who you are, wanting to know your family, because life is too short. I would hate to have lived my life not knowing certain things about my family ever. Yeah. You know, like, why wouldn't I? Like, I have all this time on earth that I'm breathing right now, and I'm not trying to figure out who I am really. For real. You know, like, family is going to lead you back to who you are and who you can become from that. Because we don't have to be our family members who have made mistakes and did, like, you know, have tainted things. You can be the person that changes that narrative and make it a lot better.
For sure.
So I feel like that's the main thing that I want to bring with my music, with my message. It's like bringing that togetherness, bringing back originality, letting people know, like, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to go inward and really see who you are on the inside and let that project outward, because that's the right people that you want around you, is the people that connect to that aspect of you.
Yeah, to what's inside.
Yeah,
to what
what's
you
inside.
Think. So all the internal dialogue, people who literally vibe off of your energy, you know? Like,
right, exactly. Not surface level shit like, oh, nice car, or look at that watch, or look at your outfit. Like, no, like people that hear your intellect, that hear your values and morals, and see how you carry yourself, see how you are with other people. Like, those are the type of people you want around you. Like, people that really are observant and really care to know the type of person you are, the type of character you have. And I think that's something that a lot of people are missing. They don't have the right group of people around them telling them the right things. And that's why we have a lot of miscommunication in today's societies, because nobody has enough righteousness these days to tell people the right thing to do. And it's like, yeah, we want to give advice, but then we also want to make it like, oh, I don't want to try to tell you what to do. It's your life. It's like, yeah, but there's right and wrong. This is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. But people just want to be right. People want what they want and how they want it, and they don't care if it's right or wrong. And that's just the wrong way to approach life, because everything comes with consequence. So if you're going to do something wrong because you feel it's right, something wrong is going to be done to you because it was right. Because you thought it was right when it happened, now you're going to figure that out, that it was wrong. And when you react like that, karma is real. I try to tell people this. You can't play with karma. Karma is going to get you in one way or another. The more you try to escape it, the worse it just gets.
It's kind of like, but with karma, it's like, if you're good energy though, like, that's good karma. Like, so karma is going to be here regardless. It's just like being cautious of it and then moving in the right direction so that it can benefit you and not, come at you when you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want bad karma on you. You feel me? Like, come on.
I feel like that's exactly the whole point of karma, what you just said. Like, it's a good and a bad thing. But a lot of people choose to use karma in a negative way. And they think that the karma that they're going to get back is going to be similar to what they're experiencing, and it's like, it never really happens.
It doesn't work that way. No,
it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
It always happens when you least expect it. You just don't.
Yeah. When you're not looking for it.
When you're not looking for it, it's just like, whoa, like, damn, I can't believe this shit is happening to me. Yeah. I know you can't believe it.
Yeah. But that's what karma is right there. Absolutely.
Exactly.
People need to definitely ride on that train, but like we were talking about earlier, it's just easier said than done, all these things that we're talking about. But I think it's important to talk about them though, because then it reminds all of us, like, oh wow, like I got all these, elements that I could use to my advantage, you know what I'm saying, to make me a better person, to make me happier every day. Like, I think ultimately, like, that's at the bottom, at the top of all this that we're talking about, you know, with all the things that we're talking about, with history and everything that's going on now. It's just like, man, at the end of the day, it just matters, like, to be happy and like to hold it down for your people, hold it down for you, and enjoy life, because like we said, you can get tossed up in stupid rabbit holes and just be stuck there,
Absolutely.
Like, so, man, is there any shout outs you want to give before we head out?
Shout out to my man Jason right here.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to my man Dance. Shout out to my man Noises. Shout out to Arson. Shout out to my man Duran. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my sisters, my father, my steps.
Shout out to the fam.
Stepmother, all them peoples, you know. Shout out to all my cousins. I ain't finna name all y'all. It's too many of y'all. Shout out to my friends, man. Just like all the people that have been supporting me recently. Yeah, like Nunu. Nunu's a nickname. She know who she is. My friend Trees for sure. Shout out to Trees, you know. And shout out to everybody out there watching and listening, because you're listening for a reason, and this caught your attention for a reason. So I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's been listening to my music. Shout out to y'all. Everybody that's been supporting Rich Minds Collective, the Wild Wolf brand, this podcast.
Hell yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Everybody in here is a creative, so everybody that's supporting us, shout out to you.
Because, shout out to you.
You know, y'all keep us going.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Any little support helps. I hope y'all understand that. So when y'all not liking, which is only 1 second to do, that helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
It really
doesn't hurt to go like your friend's shit. Repost it on your thing. Go listen to it once a week. Fuck. Like, why do we gotta do this shit once like in a lifetime and never play it again? This shit is weird.
Yep. What you're saying, for sure, on that tip, like, support your freaking locals. Support your friends. Support your family that's, like, going after their dreams, like, going after their ambitions. Like, it's not easy doing it, like, going after what you want in life, like, as far as whatever path you take, you feel me? Like, even, you can, you know how it is, you can support people if they're going after, like, a regular job, too, like,
exactly.
That's working at a company, you feel me? Like, there's always levels of support that you can give, so it goes a long way, you know? Like, support is even the phone calls, you know? Support is just talking to someone, like,
checking in with them.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference. So, definitely, you know, support your people. Don't forget to like this video. Give it a like. Give it a comment. Subscribe as well to the channel.
Thumbs up.
Appreciate you guys for tapping in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.